stage, we've got Vincent from Greenlight. Is that right? Yeah. Greenlight.
Greenlight Collectibles.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I can start, right? Okay. Hello, everyone. It's good to see you guys, okay? For those that you who do not know about me, I'm Vincent from Greenlight. And I think last year, for those who have been to our party, you have probably heard about my background. But for those that you have not been there, well, I'll briefly tell you guys one more time who I am. So I'm just a plastic model kit modeler, started since I was 9 years old. And throughout the time, there was, I was into all kinds of plastic model kit building Tamiya, building Hasegawa, and Revell, pretty much all the model kit that you can name off. And then later on, probably when I was 13, I started collecting die-cast. Start from NZG from Germany, Revell, UT, Auto Art, pretty much everyone, BBR, MR, Spark, EXO, yeah. So I was actually never really intended to come work in the die-cast business because I sort of study in investment banking background, okay? But it was kind of a coincidence that brought me into this space, and which I really like it because that have always been a lifelong passion, okay? And our mother company acquired a Greenlight 2 years ago, and we start making a lot of changes, okay? So I would say the current Greenlight is not the Greenlight that you guys used to know. And I'll show you why later, okay? Instead of the segregation between me standing up here talking or sitting, I'm gonna pass around some new samples that have just recently made by us. So what happened is the difference between the current Greenlight now is we have a lot of things are in-house. We have our in-house tool shop. We have our in-house 3D development. And also, when you try to create a car, it is not just like getting the CAD file from the manufacturer and then you just send it over to China to have them done. In between the process, there's actually a lot of things happening, okay? When you're given the CAD, okay, how you're gonna turn the CAD, because most of the CAD given out from the manufacturer was gonna be one-to-one scale, okay? How do you turn something one-to-one scale into 118, 164? And given the material of the car being made is made by die-cast, the viscosity of the material floating into the mold, floating into the cavity, how do you retain all the details, okay? I would pretty much consider all pretty much just like the art of tooling, okay? And this is what we're proud of ourselves now because almost all the new casting is done in-house by us, and also the decoration side, all the procedures, okay? So what I have brought to you guys today is just as Kurt just said to you guys, we have developed it organically. We have got a patent for the design. It's the what we call the acrylic G-Pack. So the idea basically inspired it from last year when we had a meeting in-house, and some of our colleagues was like, hey, we want to create a car, we want to create a packaging that consumer can actually take it out and put it back, okay? So we've tried it a lot of times with clamshell, with blister, with paper. Well, it really didn't work, and almost the only final way to make it work is by tooling. So we actually tooled up a packaging that is reusable for many times. And I've brought this with, through my trip in the last 4 weeks. So that's why it has a lot of scratches. But the new one that is coming up from the packaging, as you can see from Neverland, it's like crystal. It's beautiful. And so all the Greenlight premium product that we are going to release 2 months later, it will come standard. The collector can choose between the blister card, traditional blister card, okay? Or we have a lot of collector came to us and said, hey, but we prefer to have something not a blister. What about a box, okay? So then we were like, okay. So then we again came up with this patent design. Okay, well, I'll show you guys over here. Yeah, okay, right here, okay? So, it's a stackable box, okay? You guys must have seen a lot of the box, acrylic transparent box. You know, I've seen it too in the last 30 years, since many years ago, but where's the innovation? There has been no innovation going on in the last 3 decades, you know, but like I said to you, I'm coming out from a collector. I am a collector, and I'm making things for a collector. And the beauty of this design is, first of all, it comes with the packaging. How much is this gonna cost in the US? Approximately, I mean the box, probably $3.99, right? So if you're gonna collect 100 cars, you have to spare $400 just to buy boxes, okay? And that is already standard. And not just that, you know the conventional type of box, you gotta open it, but the trouble is after when you stack everything up and you wanna take your car out and just wanna check it out, and it's difficult. You have to break the whole stack and then you have to open it one by one, right? But the beauty is now we built a flap in front and there is a sliding mechanism. It just slides out, okay? And then also what we have done to challenge the convention, okay? Oh, sorry. Well, a lot of the people, a lot of the manufacturer, I would say, okay? A lot of the manufacturer, they usually put 2 screws or 1 screws underneath the car to fasten it, right? Agree? But the trouble is, when you buy the car, you need to get the screwdriver. Or over time, the screw is gonna have problem, okay? But then what we have done over here, if you just twist it, and you can take the car out, and it's done. Like this, okay? So it takes a lot of tooling, engineering, precision to fit all the parts together, but the result is good. It's built for a collector. It's easy to use. It's user-friendly and against contamination, okay? So with the, I'll come down later, pass around the sample, because I want you guys to take a look, okay? Instead of just seeing the screen over here, okay? And then you see, in our group company, we have more than just experience in die-cast. We have electronic department, which we have developed it, not just die-cast cars, but we actually have radio control. And this year, we will bring to you guys 64 scale, probably the first in the industry, 64 scale radio control tank with infrared tag function, okay? I'm gonna show you guys how it works. So you guys see how the turn red turns? Okay, and then I can start the tank. And it has the engine sound, you see? Okay, well, and you know how I get this engine sound? It's recorded from the last working Tiger tank at Bovington Museum. A couple years ago, I went to Bovington Museum, and during the Tiger Day, I stood next to the Tiger tank and recorded the sound, okay? So this is actually from a real German Tiger tank, okay? So, okay, come back here. So what it does, the maneuver is actually very good. That's how good it is. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So basically, this is kind of like, you know, well, because we have a different schedule this time. Our team cannot attend the SuperCon, so I'm only going here to visit a couple of friends and vendors. But then I think it is probably also a good opportunity to preview what will be coming this year. There will be the radio control tank, and then and also we're working on something big, radio control cars, which you guys are gonna see in early 2026. And then With the die-cast cars, I will come down to the tables and pass around to show you guys, okay? Because seeing is believing. I can tell you, okay, well, like what I can do, what I can make. And also, I want to remind everyone one thing, okay? You know, a lot of time when we said, well, we have our product being made, how much effort we devoted into developing the cars and all these things. But have you guys thought about one thing? Eventually, when the product is being made at the factory, before it conveyed it to the consumer's hands, okay, there is a deviation in quality against the original thought of the vehicle, okay? So it takes a lot of effort, from tooling, injection, die casting, all the way to decoration, the assembling process, whether you have missed a screw, whether you have scratched the windows and all these things. And the way we try to do our product is, at least with the premium line, is all going to be new casting. There will be no casting associated with the old Greenlight portfolio. I'm talking about the premium line, okay? And instead of a 6-car release over the past for the serious assortment, we are going to be 4, because it really takes a long time to develop new tooling, okay? So anyways, that's pretty much it. I'll come down to you guys, interact, show you how the radio control tank works. I think you guys will be pretty surprised. Thank you.